Got any blueprints?
Here.
Just take whatever you don't need. You think?
I'll be right back.
Don't need that one? Don't need any of them? Bring them on.
What's going on, YouTube? Master Luke 5 here, coming at you live from the PlayStation Network. Embark, embark, embark. We have to talk about blueprints and the expedition. Listen, as a casual player of the game, and by casual I mean I don't play every day, but most likely every other day. I have about 220 hours into the game. So I'm in it where I'm playing regularly and keeping up with the updates, but I'm also not spending my waking every single fucking hour on this game, right? But I'm playing it most days that I play it, I play more than 3-4 hours. So I am present. As a casual player, we have to talk about the blueprint situation and the expedition. Why do I say this? Because Embark may have a problem. We have a problem here. And the problem is that somebody with 220 hours of playtime like myself has only been able to accumulate 42 out of the 74 blueprints. Now, my guess is that if you're a casual player, or at least you've been playing every day for a few hours, you're probably in the same realm of blueprints as I am. I've been lucky that some blueprints were given to me. I've given away blueprints, so there is that aspect of it. Not all of these blueprints I've gotten myself, and probably couldn't have, because there's a shit ton of duplicates that you get, okay? I think I've given away like at least 15 duplicate blueprints or traded them for other things. So the problem we have is that as a casual player, for me, I'm still missing 32 blueprints. Okay, now, sure, it's maybe not intended for me to get all these blueprints that quickly. That's fine. But here's the real problem. If I've been playing the game casually and I only have 42 blueprints, and I only have 8 weeks to really enjoy these blueprints, and not even 8 weeks, because it's not like I got these on week one, right? I got these along the way. So technically speaking, I've only enjoyed some of these blueprints for a couple weeks. Like maybe, you know, the wolf pack or the augments. How am I supposed to lose all the blueprints by doing the expedition if I didn't even have time to enjoy or get all the blueprints by the time the expeditions come? If we're hunting for blueprints and 8 weeks is not enough time for us to get all the blueprints, what's the rub here? Because sure, I'll do the expedition. In fact, I've already done the expedition, right? I'm already ready to go, so to speak. Now my bags are packed, but I haven't had enough time to enjoy or collect all the blueprints. So I'm sure some people may have more blueprints than I have, right? Maybe they're in the 50s, maybe they're even in the 60s. No one can say they have all the blueprints. If somebody has all the blueprints, they probably bought them, motherfuckers, or whatever, because there's just no way. I'm speaking about realistically how much time you need to invest. So there has to be a change here. There has to be some balance that needs to happen. First of all, with the amount of duplicates that I got, I probably would be in the 60s of blueprints if they weren't duplicates. That's number one. The drop rates for some of the blueprints may vary, right? And depending on what event you're playing and where you are, some blueprints you just can't get right now. Like the Bobcat blueprint, apparently it's tied behind the lock gate event or whatever. You can't even get that right now because the lock gate event is not working. So, realistically speaking, aside from that, is 8 weeks enough to collect all the blueprints? The answer is no, it's not enough. Now, if Embark says, well, it's not the intention to collect all the blueprints in 8 weeks, the expedition, the wipe, aka the wipe, is voluntary. It's up to you. You can continue to grind the game to get all the blueprints. That's fine. Okay, if you say that, that's fine. But what will happen is, from my perspective, I won't have enough time to get all the blueprints, okay, and I won't have enough time to enjoy the fucking blueprints that I got because in 8 weeks. So if that's the case, when I do wipe, okay, and I know some people are trying to save their blueprints and give it to a friend, and after the wipe, listen, I'm not doing any of that at this point because it makes no sense. You're gonna lose it anyway. Makes no fucking sense. What's the point of doing that? You got to enjoy the blueprints. That's the whole purpose. You want to craft shit, you know. I've crafted like 12 Tempests. I love the Tempest blueprint. They gave that to me, a friend of mine, right? So I love crafting wolf packs and going out there and using them. That's the whole point. But if I never got this blueprint, how can I enjoy it? 32 missing blueprints, and we're what? A couple weeks away? Well, 3 weeks away from the expedition, let's say. The December is upon us. How am I supposed to, enjoy the shit if I can't get the shit? I mean, think about that. So what has to change here? I mean, there's a couple things that need to, as a player, right? My time needs to be valued. Yes. Embark says they value your time. They should also value your experience here. Couple suggestions that I have, okay? They could go many different ways. Number one, increase the drop rates for the blueprints, or at least the most common ones, so you can get some of them out of the way, right? The second thing that could happen is for those that do the expedition, which was suggested by another friend of mine, for those that do the expedition, increase their drop rates for blueprints. Okay. So that way you're incentivizing people to get rid of them. But on the next go around, you have slightly better odds to get more blueprints quicker. Okay. Number three could be remove the duplicates. But if you remove duplicates, then it's less likely to share, right? You can't share that. Nobody's going to be sharing blueprints. So I'm not entirely favor of removing duplicates because duplicates give you money, duplicates are part of the game, but those doing the expedition should probably get better drop rates because you invested your time. You didn't even get all of them, right? This is a time to blueprint ratio. How can I enjoy if I didn't get them all? That makes no sense. And 8 weeks is not enough time, which is my fourth suggestion. Either increase the expedition time window to allow people to get these blueprints. 8 weeks may not be enough, but these are just options. You can do one of them, you could do a combination of them, but something kind of has to change here because it doesn't make sense. If I'm hunting for blueprints and I'm gonna lose them all anyway in 8 weeks, what the fuck am I hunting them for? Just to use them for a couple of weeks? No, no, that I won't be doing that. I'm doing it now because this is the first time we're doing the game, right? We're playing the game, we're learning. But in future expeditions, I may just give up. Like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck about the blueprints. I'm just gonna play the game and kill people with the Stitcher 4. You see what I'm trying to say here? So the other thing, number five, I guess you could do is which would be the best, the craziest thing. I don't think they'll do this right now, but everyone is going in circles. They got websites fucking selling Bobcat blueprints for $14 or $8 or whatever it is. You got all these side hustle deals going around. I do trade blueprints with people I meet in the game. Like yesterday, I traded a wolf pack for one of the stock blueprints that I didn't have just randomly from a player that I met. Right, he gave me the choke 3, and I gave him this one. He gave me this one here, and I gave him the wolf pack because I had extra wolf packs. The RNG is kind of weird in this game. I'll get nothing but wolf packs, and then somebody else will get nothing but snap hooks, but I never get a snap hook, and he never gets a wolf pack. There's something a little off. Maybe because we're just playing the same content or going to the same places. I don't know, which I do spread it out. I don't play the same areas all the time. But the other consideration, which is the big thing for me, would be to, if you're not going to change anything, create a community space. Create in the game, okay? Like when you go to play, you know how you have this practice range? I mean, the practice range is a fucking whatever. You go in there and shoot some fucking shit. I don't even know why that's in here, honestly, to test the guns for what? I mean, change this practice range and make it into a community place where you can literally spawn into a server and it'll be like a community room. You can walk around, there's people spawning in there and trade shit. And what I mean by trade shit is, you know, Rocket League, the game had a menu, right? If you ever played Rocket League, the soccer game with the cars, you could actually trade stuff with players. You can invite each other to like a sub menu, and then one player would put up what they have for trade so that the other player could see it, right? Like, hey, this is what I'm adding to the trade window. And then I put up what I'm adding to the trade window. And then once it's in the trade window, right, you both have to hit whatever, confirm to accept the trade. And then you trade those blueprints, and it'll be a community center where, oh, you got this blueprint. Oh, I need this blueprint. You could go spawn in there and talk to people on game chat or whatever, and talk about what blueprints you got off, like a freaking retail center. You know what I'm saying? That would be freaking awesome, because then obtaining some rare blueprints could be traded for other things. You know, potentially like 2 blueprints for this super rare one, or 3 blueprints. You know, people would figure it out, and you wouldn't have all this money being trying to be made on external websites. And maybe some people might still try to get money from it, but still, it's meant to be a community center. So that's like the big ticket. That's the Vegas item. That would be crazy, because then I could see us getting the blueprints. But under this current system, somebody who plays on average casually 42 blueprints, I didn't get them all. Some were given to me again, and some I stole, by the way. So it's not like RNG gave me all these blueprints. No. Some are stolen, some are given to me. It's just not possible. I'm not even enjoying some of them, basically. And the expedition is, 3 weeks away? So I don't see this sustainable. I think something has to change. And blueprint, everybody's after these blueprints. So at the end of the day, I'm not complaining about the expedition. I don't mind Embark that we're losing the blueprints. That's part of it. I'm totally fine with it. What I'm not fine is that we didn't even have enough time to get them or enjoy them long enough before we lose them, because of the current systems and the RNG in the game that won't allow us to do so. So if that's how you want it to be by design, then I will tell you what, I'm going to give up on the blueprint hunting next go around. Whatever I get, I'll get, but I'm not going to be going crazy looking for these motherfucking blueprints, because I'm not going to have enough time to enjoy them anyway. I hope this makes sense to you. I've given 5, 6 different options on how they could potentially look into this. And if they do it, fine. If they don't do it, that's just me. And from a casual player's perspective, I'm not putting in 500 hours into this game. So it's not possible. You can't get all the blueprints. All right, Embark, if you're listening, think about that. Peace out.
That's what I get, bro.